Sin. Yeah. Check it. Yeah. Look. Heavyweight, this the heavyweight. Heavyweight, this the heavyweight. Heavyweight, this the heavyweight. Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back with another one, man. And as y'all can see, I'm coming live from the Rose Garden, man. Take a look at it. It's wet as hell out here, man. But guess what? The Most High still woke me up this morning. So, listen, gotta thank him, man, and appreciate the opportunity. Say what up to my bro. What up, bro? Real quick, though, listen, man. Y'all seen that clip, man. Y'all seen that clip. And the bad thing about it, when you look at that, right? You look at that clip, you see old girl trying to hurry up and get in her apartment, right? That means she was already, she had an idea that she was getting followed. You know what I mean? And then when you think about that situation with in Orlando with that pretty girl, you know what I mean, who was missing, they found her body recently, confirmed it was her. They got that dude too, you know, and it's just like, yo, this shit just getting more and more, you know, frequent. You know, it's getting worse out here, you know. So first and foremost, man, I want to tell all the women, you know, if y'all, you know, mostly dudes watch this channel, man, you know, y'all got sisters out there, y'all got mothers, y'all got all types of, you know, nieces and shit like that. You know, tell them to be careful. Tell them to be careful, because you got guys like this that's running around, you know, doing the unthinkable. You know, they raping these women, killing these women, doing all of these things because y'all already know, you know what I mean? They need help. You know, they need help. They lost all control, and you know, this shit is just gonna keep happening. The more and more you got people running around here in this manner, you know, yeah, you know, the spotlight is on R. Kelly, you know, right now, but let's be honest, there's R. Kellys everywhere. There's R. Kellys everywhere that never went and got help. You know what I'm saying? Never made an effort to get help and, you know, deal with his demons. And he kept going. He kept doing what he wanted to do. He kept feeding those desires. You know what I mean? He kept feeding that dark side of him. And then guess what? You know, karma finally caught up with his ass. You know, people saying, nah, he don't need jail. He need help. Get the fuck out of here. He need both. He need both, because he didn't have a lifetime to go and get some help. He didn't have a whole lifetime to go and get some help, and he never did, because he didn't want the help. He liked what he was doing. He enjoyed what he was doing. So he didn't want no help. As long as he wasn't getting caught, he didn't care. And even all those close calls that he had in them cases, he still was continuing to do the shit that he wanted to do. You know what I mean? Which was molest women. You know what I mean? Which was violate these females. And that's what he did. That's exactly what he did. You know what I mean? With his sex cults and all of that shit, man. And when you think about that, man, you know, you can't help but to think about the work that we putting in today. You can't help but to think about that. And when I say you can't help but to think about it, it's not like I'm saying any of us was on the road to that. But this is still a situation of people that have no control over themselves. They have no control over their life. They have no control over their emotions. They have no control over their sexual desires. So they running up on women just like y'all saw in that clip. They running up on women just like you saw in that clip. They out here, you know what I mean? They out here stalking women, doing all types of things, doing all types of shit. And then that's why I talk to y'all about, you know how powerful it is, the powers that these females have. And it's not on the females, it's on us, because we wasn't sent here to be overruled by these things. But you see a lot of guys that are, they possess. They doing the unthinkable. Like I said, they doing the unthinkable, and they going over and beyond to violate these women. You know what I mean? And not only that, they murdering them too. You know what I mean? When you think about Ted Bundy's and all of these motherfuckers out here that's been raping and killing, did all of that shit, you know, straight up serial killers, these guys ran rampant. You know what I'm saying? And it was like they was possessed, you know? So with us knowing the power of women, you know, knowing our own sexual, you know, behaviors and desires and shit, it is a necessity to get control of that before that shit get control of you. When you think about R. Kelly's, that shit had control of him. That shit had control of him. When you think about Ted Bundy's, that shit had control of him. He was breaking out of jail just to go do this shit. You had R. Kelly paying women off, putting them all on camera, doing crazy shit. You see that guy in that clip. You know what I mean? You see him in that clip. He was really trying to get her. No mask on. He didn't care. He was on her, following her and trying to get to her. And guess what? If he got in that apartment, I guarantee that girl wouldn't be alive. I guarantee she would have been, you know, she would have been taken advantage of. You know, so it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. And you got a bunch of guys, man. I ain't saying that they result into that crazy shit, but listen, you never know how people can escalate. You never know how this shit can escalate with people. You know what I'm saying? When it come to these females, because they power is so strong. Their power is so strong that if as man we don't have control over that shit, then guess what? That shit, man, listen. Come on, man. That shit is deep. That shit run deep. And over time, it just worsens if you don't work on yourself, man. And you see all of these situations that's going on with these celebrities and shit. I done did videos and everything. And in a lot of situations, man, a lot of these guys, man, probably ain't even guilty. Probably ain't even guilty. Even when you think about Bill Cosby, I ain't saying that he didn't do what he did, but, you know, he definitely didn't have control when he was doing this shit back then. Yeah, he free now, but he was out here wilding. He was out here wilding, man. Anytime you gotta slip pills and, you know, get these chicks pills and all that other shit to where they passing out and you doing what you doing while they passed out, bruh, that's a whole different story. You know, and I know it's been years down the line. A lot of that shit with the Quaaludes and shit like that, that was a party drug back then. That was a party drug back then. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure it got to the point where Bill didn't think he was doing nothing wrong, but it was. It was wrong. It was wrong. He should have got himself under control, but instead he was doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those stories was consistent, but I'm not here to talk about Bill. He's just an example. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure no matter what y'all say, if Bill could go back in time, he would change some of the things that he did. No matter what, no matter what, free, guilty, any of that shit you want to talk, you know, locked up, whatever. If he could go back and change some of that shit, he would. So I really don't want y'all to have to deal with that either. Wishing y'all, you know, y'all do some shit and wishing you could go back and change it. You know, whether it was with just messing with a chick and getting her pregnant and, you know, just dealing with women that you probably shouldn't even dealt with in the first place. You know, I'd rather you gain control now so you know what it is that you're doing. And I want y'all to understand that what you're doing right now is working. It's working. And I'm going to give you a quick example before I go. You know, like for me, right? I haven't relapsed. My last relapse was February 1st as far as fapping goes. But, you know, periodically, you know, I still will, you know, do my thing how a king should, getting the real thing. But even then, right, with that even being said, even though I had sex, I haven't fapped. You know what I mean? I haven't relapsed on that tip since February 1st. And I've been good. That is out of sight, out of mind. Not even thinking about going back to fapping. But I want y'all to think about this. Even though I was getting the real thing, even though I done got the real thing, in between my periods, you know what I'm saying? Between 60 days, 108 days, another 60 days and all that shit. Listen, I still feel some type of way when I do it. So that's why I'm not releasing no more. You know what I'm saying? At least for the rest of this year until I'm ready to. But even then, that's in question because, man, even though I have not relapsed on the FAP and shit, listen, I still feel some type of way when I do release. You know, I don't feel good about it, you know, because you already know you get brief enjoyment from that. It's like 10 seconds and it's not worth it, like I told y'all. But even with that being said, put all that to the side. Now, bottom line is I'm conscious of what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just where I'm just wired to just do it and not even think about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even thinking about it. I just want to fuck, bust a nut, and that's it. Nah, it's different now. So that's why it's working. I'm more conscious of it. I know, you know, I'm not as quick to jump to it. No, you know, because now I'm going to take myself into consideration. Before we didn't. We was just thinking about the little shit. Now we thinking about our energy. Now we care about who we linking up with. You know what I'm saying? If we even want to give her our energy. You know what I'm saying? We thinking if she even worth it. You know what I'm saying? So that means this shit is working. All these guys, man, that's running around here, they not thinking about none of that. They're not thinking about none of that. So that's why I say it's working and y'all winning. You got to continue to think this way. You're not just going to you're not just going to hook up with women unconsciously. You're not just going to be busting nuts. You're not just going to be fapping and watching porn and just being all extra loose with your energy. Now you care. Now you fucking care. So it's working for you. These motherfuckers that you seeing in these clips, they losing their mind. That motherfucker that killed that girl in Orlando and these people that's over time that then, you know, that with these assaults and all this sexual shit, they losing their mind. These mugs with all these baby mamas and shit running around here just fucking everything that's walking, they losing their mind. They losing their mind. They losing their mind. They losing their energy. They losing their health. You got to understand that. So what you doing is correct. What you doing is correct the mundo. And you got to keep it up. The shit is working. You know what I mean? The shit is working, man, because you don't want to let this shit escalate. A lot of people don't get women. You know what I'm saying? They don't get women like that. These women ain't as easy. So guess what? They're resorting to shit like you seen old boy in that clip. They resorting to that. They hunting them down. They hunting them down, and that's just something where you got a beta male that never took control of his life, and now look, he trying to take it. Instead of taking control of his life, he trying to take the pussy. So you got to understand that, man. You don't want to be like that. You don't even want to take the chance. I know most of y'all wouldn't end up to that, you know, going that extent, but why even take the chance? Why even take the chance? So I just want to let y'all know, man, listen, man, shit getting crazy too. At the same time, still talk to some of y'all that got daughters out here, some of y'all that got nieces, y'all got sisters, y'all got aunties, all that shit. Tell them to be careful, man, because these beta males, these motherfuckers is dangerous right now. They running around doing the unthinkable, okay? And listen, keep doing what y'all doing, man, and that's my word. My name Sinn, it's Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Keep retaining. Peace. First I'ma get on my grind, then second stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get